See, I surround myself with written words that make me light up inside. Because my mind is powerful, and many times it doesn't think the thoughts that I'm supposed to think. Can anyone relate? So I have to force it, so those words have to be in my face. When I go from bow to wow every morning, I want words that give me hope and belief. I don't want to be spinning worry webs. Those prayers and affirmations make me fearless. They make me happy and hopeful. So what surrounds you when you go from bow to wow? Words of affirmation or worry webs? In 1986, after hearing about Mary Kay for 20 minutes, knowing I could quit in a year, I wrote a check for $88. Again, I thank God for causing me just this one time in my life to throw caution to the wind and sign the beauty consultant's agreement without reading all the fine print and contacting an attorney for his opinion. Yes, I'm a recovering perfectionist. When I was discovered for Mary Kay, I was managing a shopping mall, and I'm so grateful to Mary Jacobson for having the courage to call me. I had the perfect job, a profession I was educated for and prepared for. I volunteered with Mary's husband, Hal, in a civic club, and he told Mary she'd be so great at this. So Mary called my office, and I wasn't nice, and I told her no. But she wouldn't let it go. Before she hung up with a thanks anyway, she said, "Shelley, may I be honest with you? I'd really love to share the career opportunity with you." I said no to a facial because I didn't wear makeup. But I said yes to hearing about the career opportunity because she was so much fun. She was so happy and she loved her life. I had a facial to try the products, and 48 hours later I was a beauty consultant. You see, when Mary shared the career facts, this is what I heard in my heart. You are a great champion. When you ran, the ground shook, the sky opened, and mere mortals parted the way to victory, where I'll meet you in the winner's circle, and I'll place a blanket of flowers on your back. That was all I needed to hear. Someone believed in me. There is no way I can ever repay Mary for what she did for me, but I know that standing here tonight puts a little dent in that debt. You see, I was not a star pupil of hers. I often stood her up. I never attended meetings. I've never read my original consultant's guide. It had no pictures in it. I don't fit in the system. I had the best intentions but rarely followed through. It wasn't because I didn't want to. I was raised with integrity. I simply didn't know what I didn't know. I ran on the hamster wheel of my life until one day I made a decision to go to seminar. And while I was there, I'd find a new mall job. Well, let me share with you a little secret. If you hate your current job, a new job in the same city, same job. Once again, I don't know what happened to me, but I got on a plane without consulting every advisor in my life, went to Dallas, and heard Mary Kay Ash speak once again. Those magic words. You're a great champion. When you ran, the ground shook, the sky opened, and mere mortals parted the way to victory, where I'll meet you in the winner's circle, and I'll place a blanket of flowers on your back. After hearing Mary Kay speak, I never looked for another job, though I never told anyone. I knew I'd be in Mary Kay for the rest of my life. I had so many things to get fixed, but Mary Kay said, "What does she have that you can't get fixed?" That's where my bucket list began. You know the one. The list you keep of everything that drives you crazy, especially when you're a recovering C. And then every day you work like an ant, moving one grain of sand at a time. Just one item checked off that bug list, and pretty soon your ant farm is built. That's become one of my favorite principles in life, to work like an ant. My assistant often wonders why there are piles in places all over my castle, and she knows not to touch them because they're my grains of sand. And she arrives in the morning to see my ant farm. When you are privileged to be a part of this Mary Kay culture, you'll find it much easier to work with peace when you fall in love with interruptions. I had to fall in love with interruptions. Why? Because our job is a series of interruptions, and people will always be more important than your plan. If you are stuck in your plan, checking off your list, getting it perfect at the perfect time, things aren't going to go so well in your pink world. And in our lives, people are always more important than the plan. So back to that magical trip to seminar. I got on the plane to return home, switched my seat at the ticket counter so I could sit right next to my director. Imagine her delight. Getting to ride all the way back to Montana, sitting next to the 5-month-old consultant who'd only sold a gentle cleanser at cost to her mother. I handed Mary a legal pad and said, I'm going to win a car, and asked her for the plan. And you know what she wrote? 3 + 3 + 3. It's very simple. 3 classes a week, 3 interviews, and $300 in sales. I followed it to the letter. Mary didn't say, Shelley, do you think you might hold your first party? How about attending new consultant training? Do you know where your starter kit is? No. Mary said, you are a great champion. I'll meet you in the winner's circle, and I'll place a blanket of flowers on your back. That was August 1st, 1986. 6 months later, I earned my first car. I put everyone in the same 2 eyeshadows, Whisper Pink and Blooming Violet, Orchid Cheap Color, and Plum Lipstick. It was the Shelley Olson look. Well, Ashuta Sharif had not arrived on the scene yet, so I will be picking up my 14th free car here shortly, another Cadillac. And for those of you who are young, I want you to know I have never in my life had a car payment, and I have never paid car insurance. Yes, you can.